From now on, we're going to start a regular press conference by Minister Hayashi. Minister, the floor is yours, please.
I have one announcement to make. On October 23rd, in Pakang, Kachin State, northern Myanmar, while a minority organization, Kachin Independence Organization, was conducting an anniversary event, Myanmar military forces air-bombed the event, causing many civilian casualties. I feel very distressed about this report. As Japan consistently urged a suspension of violence since last year's coup d'etat, we take this event resulting in many civilian casualties very seriously and condemn these attacks. In order to resolve the situation, the Japanese government urges the Myanmar military to stop violence immediately, release detainees, including State Councilor Aung San Suu Kyi, recover democratic form of government early on by taking concrete actions, and seriously resolve issues peacefully through early implementation of ASEAN 5 consensuses. That's all from me.
Now we'll take questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand. Please be recognized. Go to the nearest microphone. Please state your name and affiliation before you ask your question. Anyone? NHK Iwasawa-san, please. Iwasawa of NHK, thank you. About the resignation of a minister because of the relations with Unification and Church. Economic Recovery Minister Yamagiwa resigned last night. Going forward, what do you think is the impact on the administration going forward? Regarding the appointments of ministers, it is right of Prime Minister, so I'm not in a position to comment on this. In any event, as a foreign minister, I would like to fulfill my responsibilities. Thank you.
Next question, Asahi Shimbun, Nobira-san, please. Nobira from Asahi Shimbun. The relationship with the former Unification Church in the past, in the national election from the former Unification Party or related organization, have you been asked to submit the recommendation, confirmation, or relevant document? If you did, could you tell us the date and the contents written and the signature? It was not confirmed to be submitted. Next question, please.
Ueda-san of Kyodo News. Kyodo News, Ueda. About Japan-China relations. China's President Xi Jinping was elected for the third time. And there are some concerns such as the Taiwan issue and so on. Going forward, how would you like to approach Japan-China relations, including the possibility of hosting summit meetings and so forth? I would like to refrain from making a comment on another country's political parties' activities and so forth, as well as impacts by making speculations, but we have been monitoring the relevant developments very closely. On that basis, between Japan and China, we should assert what must be asserted, and we encourage China to take responsible actions, including various concerns. We should have multiple dialogues, and regarding common challenges, we will cooperate, so such constructive and stable Japan-China relations should be built based upon mutual efforts. That is necessary, and this has been consistent position of Japan. And regarding the formulation of a national security strategy and so forth, there have been discussions taking place amongst relevant ministers, as well as ruling parties, and more far, we would like to make a proactive contribution. Thank you.
Yomiuri Shimbun, Kaneko-san, please. Yomiuri Shimbun, Kaneko speaking. The Russia-Ukraine aggression is my question. The radioactive substance is to be spread, and as to this dirty bombs, Russian side assert that Ukraine is considering to use it. And Western countries say Russia is using this information to use it as an excuse. Does Japanese government has a stronger concern that Russia may use these bombs? On October 23rd, Russian side in the defense minister telephone conference with UK and France and others, Russian side expressed concerns about Ukraine's possible use of dirty bombs. Well, US, UK, and France on the same day said that the the Russia's assertion is the false assertion, and any excuses which may lead up to escalation should be denied, and such a joint statement was issued. As for Japan, by using such weapons as an excuse, Russia may escalate the situation, and I would like to refrain from making prejudgment about this. And the further escalation by Russia cannot be condoned, and Japan would like to watch the situation with serious concerns. Through close coordination with the international community, including G7, we would urge Russia to stop the aggression and urge Russia to withdraw its forces inside Russia.
Asahi Shimbun newspaper, Nobira-san, please. Asahi Shimbun newspaper, Nobira. Regarding Japan-Australia joint statement after the summit meeting. In this Japan-Australia Joint Declaration on Security Cooperation was issued discussing the contingencies would be mutually discussed to respond to the situations. What are these contingencies exactly, and what sort of response measures could you possibly take? Thank you very much. Regarding the recently signed Japan-Australia Joint Declaration on Security Cooperation, it states that contingencies that could impact sovereignty of Japan and Australia, as well as regional security interests, we should have mutual consultations to consider responses. To be specific, Japan and Australia will coordinate strategic assessments, and from peace times to emergency or contingency times, responding to the situations to protect the regional peace and stability of both countries, we should have discussions regarding how to respond to such situations. It will depend on specific scenarios, but it's not limited to military developments, but consideration can be made comprehensively, including diplomacy and economy. The declaration and the confirmation of this consultation is part of the efforts to enhance Japan-Australia security and defense cooperation given today's strategic environment. Thank you.
NHK Iwasawa-san. Iwasawa from NHK. During the Pacific War, topic. According to some reports, in order to solve the issue, the reparation of the Japanese government will be borne by the Korean Foundation. And Japan, Korea, both governments are reported to entered into serious discussion. What is the situation? I would like to refrain from commenting on each and every report. But having said that, if it comes into the monetization, then this or liquidation, it will cause a serious situation for Japan-South Korea relationship, which should be avoided. And this has been repeatedly explained to Korean side from Japan. So in order to return the bilateral relations to a sound and healthy situation, we would like to have close cooperation and communication with Korean government.
Kaneko of Yomiuri Shimbun newspaper regarding North Korea. North Korean ships on the 24th went beyond the northern limit line and so on, so their provocative actions have been escalating. Since the Communist Party Convention of China finished, there may be a possibility of North Korea conducting nuclear tests. What's the Japanese government's assessment? As the Japanese government, we have been gathering necessary information and analyzing it regarding military developments of North Korea going forward, including the implementation of nuclear tests. We believe that it's likely that North Korea may make provocative actions going forward. Regarding the nuclear and missile development of North Korea, threatens peace and stability of Japan and international community, and is completely unacceptable. Going forward, Japan would like to closely cooperate with the United States as well as with the US and the ROK in cooperation with the international community by advancing complete implementation of UNSC resolutions. We'd like to achieve a denuclearization of North Korea.
Any other question? We would like to close today's press conference. Thank you very much.